165-pound matchup, sitting here with a team score of 12-3 Pitt Panthers.
Yeah, so now we're getting into the meat of the duel, Katie. A lot of kind of ranked-on-ranked matchups as we move through these higher weights. Keslar looks like will get the start here for the Panthers at 165 instead of Dylan Evans. That's what happened on Friday as well in Lehigh.
And this should be an interesting matchup for sure. Noah Mulvaney has had quite a season thus far in all of their duels. Defeated Virginia Tech's number 28, Mac Church, in sudden victory. Huge upset for the Bison on that one.
And Keslar immediately in on the shot here.
It's been so much fun over the past couple seasons to watch Keslar grow as a wrestler and see him get more aggressive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want. You want to see growth from your wrestler. As a coach, certainly. And Keslar is just a great example of that. Continue to put the work in and grow and hopefully kind of evolve. And that's what we're seeing here.
Last season, Keslar qualified for the NCAA tournament, not able to make it very far, but came in, wasn't initially the starter at this weight class, had an early hand injury, comes in, gets fifth at the ACC tournament, and then kind of starts making his mark. He's rolling in with a lot of momentum this year.
Yeah, and I think that's the key. It's very difficult as he gets in on that high single. Sometimes in really good defense there by Mulvaney. You come in sometimes if you're not expected to start and you're kind of tossed into that role and you're trying to kind of learn on the job. And to see the growth there, obviously you mentioned he made the NCAA tournament. Then what you're looking for is the next step. It's okay, now make the tournament again and then win a couple and then really show that growth and progression as you look forward in your career.
Sitting in this match, Noah Mulvaney, like we said, he's having a good season. He's looking good, especially in all of these duels where Bucknell is wrestling top opponents. Every single team they've wrestled thus far has been ranked.
And I love that. I love when a coach decides that they're going to challenge their wrestlers. You're not going to hide from competition. You're actually going to seek it out. And you want to seek out the best, test your team and see where you're at.
Right, and this is a little bit of a deja vu moment. These two wrestlers met last season where Keslar defeated Mulvaney 13-5 in their duel.
Yeah, and this one, we've definitely seen Keslar. He's had 3 or 4 really good shots and hasn't been able to finish. So that's maybe something Mulvaney's like, he might have learned a little bit from that first duel and he's able to defend these shots a little bit better. But the one thing I do want to see from Mulvaney is, okay, you're defending Keslar's shots better, but you got to get onto a shot of your own.
We have about 30 seconds remaining here in this first period. And once again, the common theme, no points on the board for either wrestler.
No, but I don't think for this one, I don't think it's been a lack of effort. We've seen 3 or 4 really good shots by Keslar. And there's another one, too.
With a stall warning on Mulvaney as well.
And I think that's right. I mean, if you're firing 4 or 5 shots off against your opponent and he has not had really one good shot against you, you're rewarding Keslar for creating some action there.
Going into this second period, and this is probably the most explosive match we've seen thus far in terms of first period action.
I 100% agree. And I'm hoping that early stall, you don't really see a stall in a first period very often. So I'm hoping that opens it up and Mulvaney really realizes that he has to start attacking. So there's a quick cut. Keslar seems to be the more comfortable of the two on their feet. But at the end of the day, so there's another working on that single. He's done a lot of work from the tie position, just a really quick snap down on the head. He's able to grab a leg. Now he shells it. Looking for that far leg trip. Again, Mulvaney is able to fight off it.
Action called.
Which I think is right. They're both wrestlers really trying to create the action.
Dom, I'm looking over here at the Pitt bench, and you just see Lou Rosselli just up and moving on his feet. He might be moving a little bit more than both of the wrestlers at this point.
Well, I think he knows that Keslar's so close. He's had really a number of good opportunities. There was that low ankle attack again that we've seen for the Panthers. Keslar, ooh. Still nothing, as we saw some good chain wrestling by Keslar. For a moment, he had Mulvaney on his back, but just nothing able to finish. And now you're going to start to wonder, Katie, like we've seen Keslar have probably 8 shots at this point, probably 3 or 4 since there's a double leg attempt by Mulvaney, and he gives up the takedown. Keslar does.
Keslar changed his level just a little bit there, let him up a little bit too much, and now we see that reflected in the score.
So very strategic match, really good defense by Mulvaney, and the one good shot that he has, he's able to capitalize on it and get the takedown.
Less than 20 seconds remaining in the second period. Keslar in this third, he's going to have to go on the offense.
For sure, and I don't think that's been a problem. I mean, he's had a number. If he can get this late escape, and he couldn't do it, they just spilled out of bounds. And we've seen him get on his offense really throughout this entire match. The key is, can he be more surgical completing that takedown, which he has not done to this point.
And if you weren't looking at the score, you would think that Keslar has dominated a lot of this match because heavily on offense he has.
And yes, I agree with that. And I think that just goes to the point of being a good defensive wrestler still does matter. Mulvaney fought off 7 or 8 really good shots by Keslar. And that frustrates you as a wrestler, is you've had what you thought have been shots that were worthy of a takedown. Mulvaney fights him off, and then his one shot, he's able to capitalize. So from Keslar's standpoint, I don't think anything has changed, right? You're looking for a quick escape and then continue to do what you have been doing for the first 5 minutes. Just, you got to figure out a way to finish.
Now heading into the third, we have Mulvaney on top. We haven't had much of a chance to see Bucknell wrestlers and how they take it on the top, but thus far Mulvaney's been able to procure a little bit of riding time, not at the minute mark yet.
Yeah, and that was so important that you mentioned at the end of that second period to get the ride out. So he did not give up the point, and then obviously he continues to accrue this riding time here to try to get over a minute.
And if you're Keslar, this is honestly somewhat of a frustrating match. You've had shot after shot, and you just haven't been able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, and sometimes that's how it works, is you're not necessarily rewarded with the effort you put in. But the key is here, you still have to figure out a way to get out. And then at this point, you might need a couple takedowns. Is Mulvaney now showing that he is pretty good in that top position.
Worked out of bounds. The entire Pitt coaching staff on their feet as they try to get Keslar this win with less than 90 seconds left in the match.
Yeah, you're starting to run out of time here now. Mulvaney does have that stall call. He picked that up in the first period, actually.
Caution on Keslar, and he'll go back to bottom.
So the stall could come to play, but Keslar has to get a quick escape here. That's the critical thing. And he does.
1 point escape for Keslar on the board. Dom, you've not jinxed yourself once today. I've jinxed myself about 7 times, it feels like.
Yeah, sometimes that's how it goes, Katie. Because now there's a coup. Keslar's able to spin out of it.
Keslar with the sense of urgency, you can see it. Less than 1 minute left in the match as he works in on that shot.
Yeah, but a good sprawl there by Mulvaney. Now he ties up the head. At this point, Mulvaney's just trying to really waste some time, just clamping down there. He's really not going to get anything out of this position, but he's going to bleed critical seconds off this clock, and there's the stalemate.
Up to 1 minute and 15 of riding time for Mulvaney, so that is a factor right now.
It is. Ooh, very quick, right off the whistle, in on that single.
No points awarded yet. Keslar's head is not up, does not seem like he's in control.
And then a roll-through attempt. Mulvaney is able to sprawl. Now Keslar's caught underneath. Again, the theme here. Keslar in deep on so many good shots. Because now Mulvaney's trying to spin out. He has that cradle locked up. He's able to spin
Keslar
over.
on the defense trying to get long, gets the 3-point takedown.
Now he's getting back points. I think 2 swipes there. This could turn into a major, and it does.
That'll be a major decision win for the Bucknell Bison. First bonus point win that we've seen this match.
Wow. So it took a little while, but finally, certainly the most exciting match that we saw. I feel a little bit unfortunate for Keslar there. Just